Om. Namaste everyone.
भ्रान्तिकल्पितजगत्कलाश्रयम् स्वाश्रयं च सदसद्विलक्षणम् निष्कलं निरुपमानवद्धियत् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि. That which is the substratum of the entire universe and its various aspects, which are all due to delusion. And it is its own support, which is other than the gross and the subtle, which has no parts, and it is truly incomparable. That Brahman thou art. Meditate on this in your mind. This is from Vivek Chudamani of Adi Shankaracharya.
Keep your attention on that substratum always. This is Atmanishtha. This is self-abidance. This is moksha, realization, realizing the truth. Choose early morning hours to go into your own deep contemplation of this truth. It is called as Brahmurat. Before sunrise. This is the time when all the minds are still in sleep, or most of the minds. And the minds which are awake are the purer minds. So the energy is conducive for your own opening. The quality of vibration around you is purer, helps you to elevate to the different realm of consciousness. Bhagavan used to wake up people who were sleeping in old hall with him. He didn't read sleep cycle in any book. He was the book of knowledge himself. But if you look into the sleep-wake cycle, as the sleep progresses, REM sleep gets longer and longer. REM is the rapid eye movement part of the sleep in which we dream, in which mind is active. Getting up late in morning does not give you more opening to that consciousness or more rest to the mind. Avoid taking support from the mind. Mind is nothing but thoughts which help us to engage in this world. If you take a vow that I lead this life as it comes, then substratum Brahman unfolds and reveals you, because this is not involved. This pure energy is not involved in any act directly. It is not a doer of any act. It is pure intelligence. It is not your mind, emotions, thoughts, intellect. It is invisible to the mind. It is invisible to everything in this world. It is only visible to itself. To know Brahman, contemplate on it, and be Brahman. Brahman only knows Brahman. Contemplating on it, it somehow have mercy on us because of our perseverance and tireless efforts. It manifests. Otherwise, this truth stays hidden from everyone. Some people say that God is in everything. That is true, but find God within you. We have to start in us and know the truth. Once we know in us, then there is no place where we don't see it. Seeing is not by the eyes. Seeing means we can palpate it, its presence everywhere. And once you know it, it's not going to disappear because it cannot. And truth reveals to truth only. It can be known only when we give up ownership of body-mind complex. When body-mind person becomes a third person for us. then it is known. When our separate existence as body-mind ceases, only we think that we are separate. If we give up this wrong thinking, then we are instantaneously free. We have so many organs in this body, so many systems. They're working most of the time perfectly in harmony. We are not controlling it. Someone sent me this message that if our ego start controlling our bodily systems, we will be dead soon. Hope this message gets rid of doership. There are thousands of systems going on simultaneously in this body without our knowing who is doing it, who is managing it. That mysterious power keeps this body alive. If you see this body is so live. It is only skin. We have heavy metal stuff, car, fridge, TV, other things in house. We use, they break, they go through accidents. Somehow, most of the time, this body continues. What power takes it everywhere? This body is the biggest wonder, and we take it as granted. And we think we are managing it. It's not that our ego don't trust things. So many things it leaves to destiny or to some power. Like you take a flight, you go somewhere. You don't check what is the mental status of the pilot, how many flights he has taken before this flight, what is his ideology. Same way we trust so many people, so many things. When this trust becomes absolute 100%, then doership drops. This covering is only an illusion, a thought in our mind. That I am the body, I have a mind, I am so and so. All the experiences of the body are my experiences. I have to achieve. I am a failure. I am a successful man or a woman. All this is in our head, just like it happens in our dream. In truth, all of us are fully accomplished, contented, self-supporting, free from all afflictions, purest of pure, untainted. Witnessing this show created by mind, we are not the mind, we are not the body, we are that potential energy which is always free. It knows no bondage. So there is no realization for it. We don't get liberated. Nobody gets liberation. We get liberated from the wrong idea that I am the body mind. That's all. Your liberation from this idea of body mind will be sooner if you treat everything as a dream. In this waking dream, things are happening or not happening. How does it matter if it's a dream? Whenever we are restless, agitated, unhappy, or too much happy about something, it means there is some connection with everything. There is doership, there is attachment. And simply knowing this truth and watching it acknowledging it can help us to be free from everything. And it's a process and it needs practice. So it takes some time. But there are beings who have hardly any attachment. They are not that deeply involved in this Maya. So just listening to these words, they can fine tune themselves and can slip out of it very easily. For others who have invested a lot in this Maya, it can be a slow process. A person who is running wants to know, how does it feel when you rest? What would be your advice to that person? Stop running. This is the situation with all of us. We are on constant run with thoughts and want to know pure stillness. Keep quiet inside and then you will attain pure silence, our true nature. End of mind is abiding in pure stillness. Find the purity in you and be with that purity all the time. I know with ego people want to do good work. You need to tell yourself how the bad energy can do good work. But this is very confronting. A lot of people will dislike if I say like this, because I know I keep getting these messages. I will do more contemplation, but I'm right now busy in doing some good work. Good work will happen through good energy. Be in this purest of energy first. And then you don't have to do good work. Very hard for ego to understand this. Recently, someone sent me a video of a principal of a school who was taken away from that position by the directors of a school. But she was so attached to that job or that position, she was sitting on the chair and decided not to leave. And everyone was pulling her away from that chair. It was a big drama. And people were saying, this is the resignation. We have made you resign. You have to leave. You are no more. And the new principal was standing there. But she decided to hold that chair tight. Finally, they moved that chair outside the room and brought a new chair. This old position has to go. Then only the new position will be known. This old position can never know the truth because this is unreal. This is the only obstacle. We are the obstacle in our own search. This doesn't mean that this body should not move. This body will move, but don't have any intention that I am the doer. I am doing. Give up ownership of all actions of the body. Recede into this witness witness who is witnessing everything. And it's not hard, it's just our understanding and remembering. People understand, they practice, they know they are in peace, and then something comes up and they slip away. This Brahman is with us, with everything, all the time. This ego is not there all the time. So we are more in Brahman than ego. Don't pay attention to any thought. Let them come and go. Give up your identification with all thoughts. See that all thought starts with I. Question this I. Don't just presume that this I is me. You are not this I. You are pure awareness. But if this ego I is too strong, ask, who am I? Ask deeply, sincerely, and keep asking this. This earnest question will take us to what we are. Because there is no individual I. So these billions of people running aimlessly is because of this illusory I. Nobody questions. People have issues with their life, but they have no issue with this I. If we have to fix this problem of life, understand there is no problem. Only problem is illusory I which we think we are. And most of us are not interested in liberation or getting rid of ego or knowing the truth. Most of us only want this life to be more smooth, more happier, less suffering, and whatever this ego desires or wants, we should get it. If you see, in this sense, our desires are little and small. Seeker's desire is the biggest desire, to get rid of the drama, completely wants absolute happiness forever. This is infinite happiness, supreme bliss. And we all are sitting on this substratum which gives everything what the ego desires. And it is ready to give us all that, what that ego desires. But it will never give it to ego. The ego has to dissolve. So then what happens to us? If the ego dissolves, the I thought goes, Brahman is known by Brahman. What happens to us? It's like the caterpillar which turns into butterfly. There is no more caterpillar. Let's say someone is born as a tree or a rock, and then next birth tree, and then bird, and then animal, and then human being. This is the consciousness evolving with karmas, with actions. But then it stops with human birth. Now, the further progress of this consciousness is not getting any new form, but coming back to the source and staying as formless. End of all earthly journey. This is from here we can be out of this cycle. And this out of cycle has nothing to do with the actions, karmas. It is just coming out of it. We call it grace. Because how much ego tries to practice to be out, it still depends on the mercy of Brahman to reveal it, to dissolve ego, to pull it out. And when we are on mercy of something, there is some humility, humbleness, devotion, reverence, respect to that. Love for that. Sometimes ego also have experiences of that, so it becomes more devoted towards it. I kept saying this because it is important to be humble rather than believing that I know and I am on path of knowledge. That sometimes can be counterproductive because ego becomes more stronger. Some devotion and contemplating on truth both works together in the best possible way. Practice constant efforts contemplating on truth brings lot of beautiful experiences in us, brings peace to us. And now we are at the door of complete freedom. And that, with its grace, with its mercy, just pulls us out. You can say it is the hand of God which does the final job for all of us. Not any personal God, you can call it personal God, Or if you don't want to call it God, it is just that source of everything. You can call it your real father, real mother, whatever it is. What is the purpose of life? For a seeker, this is the only purpose: to know the reality, to know truth, to be truth, to be free from bondage, to free from the suffering of mind. For people with ego, there can be so many different purposes of life. But at the end, one day, this is the purpose of everyone, every soul, every jiva. And we all deserve it. Everyone deserves this knowing. We wish to love everyone. We want to do good to the world. When we know ourselves, at the same time we get connected with everything, known or unknown. Everything is supported by this only, and nothing is without it. Nothing is outside it. Don't lose your silence. Even if you're talking, even if you're in an argument, during work, during dream, during sleep, this is all the time same pure silence. Be one with that. If you start giving up whatever you are not, then at the end, something is left. You can't say anything about that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone.